Hello all, I am Disha Shukla and welcome to the session. Here I am going to discuss about packet switching. Packet switching is a message switching technique in which the data is divided into packets. This packet contains a header that contains the information of the destination. The packets find the route with the help of this information. The biggest packet switched network is the internet. A packet contains a header and a payload. The header contains the routing information and the payload contains the data to be transferred. Now, the packet switching is also based on the store and forward method. Each packet contains the source and the destination information, so they can independently travel in the network. The packet belonging to the same file may take different paths depending upon the availability of the path. At the destination, these packets are reassembled. It is responsibility of the receiver to rearrange the received packets. For example, suppose the data to be sent is divided into 4 packets, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these packets travel independently in the network. The intermediate node forwards the nodes according to the availability of the channel. At the receiver side, the order of the packets can be different. It is the duty of the receiver to rearrange the received packets. Say for example that the path taken by the packet 1 is from S1 to S2 to S4 to S6 and then B, whereas the path taken by packet 2 and 3 is S1 by packet 2 is S1, S3, S4, S5 and S6. So this way all the packets take different routes according to their availability, according to the availability of the path, and hence at the receiver side they all need to be rearranged. Now moving on towards the advantages of the packet switching. Packets have fixed size, so the switching devices do not require large secondary storage devices. The storage was a problem in message switching, which is removed here. Hence the whole store and forward method is now utilized effectively. It is more efficient for the data transmission as it does not require any dedicated path. Now here you don't need a dedicated path, so each packet is traveling independently. If the link is busy or not available, the packets can be rerouted. That is, this ensures a reliable connection. I mean, you don't need to resend the whole message if the path is not available. The same channel can be used by many users simultaneously. The same channel, as there will be many users simultaneously, the same channel can be used because the whole message does not pass, and unlike circuit switching, you don't need a dedicated path for the whole message. And the last advantage is that with the improved protocols, packet switching is used for applications like Skype, WhatsApp, etc. Now moving on towards the disadvantages. The disadvantage of packet switching is that they cannot be used for the applications that cannot afford delays like high quality video calls or voice calls. The protocols used in the packet switching are complex and requires higher implementation costs. So if the network is overloaded, then the packet may be lost or delayed. This may lead to the loss of critical information. And sorting of the received packets is required at the receiver side. So these are the disadvantages of packet switching. Packet switching was originally designed to overcome the weakness of circuit switching. The circuit switching is efficient for sending the small messages. Also, the analogous, that is continuous circuits, make it prone to noise and error. This is how various switching techniques simplify the data transfer. Hope you learned about the different switching techniques. If you have any query, you can contact me. But till then, keep learning.